Alright guys, back with a video, quick one, well maybe not so quick, well I ramble, but I got some cable management here to update you with. So recently I got this Sigma AV7000 super gun, and I wasn't super impressed with the image it was pumping out, and I was wondering, like, usually the encoders in the Sigma are pretty solid as far as super guns go, but I was getting like a little interference if you look really closely in the image. Just the background, there was a little roll to it happening, and so I was kind of like, what gives with that? So I bought some fancy cables from Retro Gaming Cables, retrogamingcables.co.uk. Okay, a little expensive, but I got two. I got a new breakout cable for the SCART to BNC for the television, and I got a dedicated EuroSCART cable to the Sigma, which, looking around, RGC is the only one that kind of makes that, because it's super niche for something that's super niche, and just niche. So that worked great, but actually what was the chipmunk in the ointment here, so this is my old breakout cable, which you see is a female SCART to the BNC breakout, and then you connected up this cheap just male to male, I guess, SCAR cable, which I got who knows where, who knows when. Okay, so there was just some extra shit in the chain, the signal chain. So what I did from RGC, I got a male to BNC, so I eliminated that shitty kind of intermediary. So and this was fine for the Saturn. I had no problem with the Saturn, and probably wouldn't have any problems with like consoles, I imagine. But the super guns, they're just a little touchier. So by kind of getting rid of this redundant cable and just going to the straight plug-in, image is perfect. So and I got a dedicated EuroSCART cable for it, because what I was doing before is I have this guy that came with my Sigma Rygen, okay, which is from what I know, from what I can tell, the original Sigma cable that made by Sigma, or whoever they get to make these, but it's JP21. So then I bought this little adapter board, and plug one way and out comes whatever you need it to be in the other side. So I'll put this back in the Sigma box for the Rygen for safekeeping, but I do have a nice Sigma cable now by RGC. So they were pretty expensive, but it did the trick for me. So if anybody's having that issue, I don't know how many of you there possibly could be, but got that to work for my purposes. So I think really the culprit was this cheap guy here, and if I got like a better shielded cable, this breakout cable would probably be just fine. This breakout cable I've had for like 10 years, and I got it from I think the Neo Geo forum. I forget who made it. Anyways, not important, but I'm sure that's probably good. That's bad, but anyways, did that. So I got some more stuff to show off. Over here I swapped out the buttons to kind of go to an older style look on the Sigma. They kind of changed up the button color layout. Usually it's pink and green, which I've already got going on the Astro, so I really like this kind of multicolored look that matches closer to the stick that goes with the AV7000 Sigma gun. The only thing that I didn't do is the coin and start button, because those are actually socketed or go into a PCB inside the machine. So it's a little shittier to get to those, and there's a bunch of wiring around them, and I just couldn't be asked to do it. Oh, another quick thing. So this AV7000, I was kind of the stick, whatever. I think it's like a 9000 TB, which is under a new name. It's the same stick, right? But they put LS32s in these, and I've gotten so used to like LS56s, and the way it's mounted, they mount it flush to the housing up top, so there's no mounting plate, so it rides a little higher, which meant, I don't know, it felt a little looser to me. So what I did is I put on a new actuator from Paradise Arcade. I think I got like the 2mm, the biggest one that they have. I put that on there, and it feels really great now, especially for shooting games. And I also got their aluminum ball top, which feels a little nicer. And I put aluminum ball top on the Player 2 side here, because I've been playing Player 2 on Pro Gear when I get to it. So that's not really a performance upgrade, just feel. And over here, it's big news, is I bit the bullet, and I got a mister, okay, one of those doohickeys, and I'm slowly learning that shit. I've got it muted right now, but yeah, it's a pretty insane device. Now, you know, I bought it so that I could play some of these arcade games. Like this is the Dodonpachi ROM that's going on, and with the ultimate idea of maybe getting the arcade one, you know, the JAMA one, which I think is soon to be released. But I kind of wanted to figure it out, and it's really cool. It plays PC Engine games too. I've gotten the CD games to work. I haven't gotten Ease 4 English to work, which is something I desperately want to play, but oh well, I'll figure that out eventually, hopefully. But I'm not a big emulation guy, so I forgot how shitty it was to hunt down ROMs on the internet, and it sucks. It's just bullshit that we can't just, you know, have them floating around, basically, but it is what it is. But yeah, it's a really cool device, and it's going to take me some time to figure out all the quirks and get it dialed in. I did get the component cables for it, and it's got the little thing so I can plug it up, you know, to a CRT. Now, what's droning on in the background here is another quick project I did. I'm gonna have to turn this down. So this is the garage. Isn't that awesome? Let me turn this down. Yeah, it's got some static. It's an old girl. But okay, so what's going on here? I've had this Mega Drive, and the volume slider is pretty touchy on it. Okay, but let's see. Can I turn everything down? No, because the speakers. Oh my goodness, what a mess. What a mess. I don't know if that's going to do anything. Okay. Where was I? Yeah, this Mega Drive. Okay. So I've had this for a few years. It did not work. I bought it kind of like as a part system, along with a few other Genesis decks, and I've gotten like into playing Golden Axe 3, which is pretty excellent, and it gets a bad rap. But anyways, opened her up, and I sprayed the shit out of the cartridge slot with electric contact cleaner, and it worked on the sliders, and I cleaned it up, and it's got like a really nice shine. This looked like trash, okay? It looked like total junk. When I got it, it was in bad shape. It was in the attic of my old house for a couple of years, and then, I mean, I probably had this for 5 years, actually. But it was just neglected. And the way I spiffed her up is, let's see, this is another Genesis. I think this might be my very first one. I don't know. This might be my original system. I have to kind of look. I've got a bunch of these around. So anyways, what I did is I took this interior detail cleaner, which restores luster to interior plastics. And after giving it like a toothbrush go with some isopropyl alcohol, and got it really cleaned up, I took a microfiber cloth and shined it up, and it came out really good. And I also use this. This is headlight restore, and any of the shiny plastic parts, like I'd use it on this. See all the little scratches and stuff? Yeah, I'm sorry, that Genesis is like, it's gotta play loud or not, or it crackles. But anyways, anything shiny like this, or like this Sega part here, put a little dab of this headlight restore on it, and doesn't, if you look at it at the right angle or whatever, you still see the little scratches and stuff. I'm sure there's something else I could do to it to go a little deeper, but I didn't want to mess up any of the like the high definition graphics or whatever the Japanese one has on it. But yeah, this I rescued out of my sister's garage. A little copy of Truxton, Crummy Stick, and I think this is my original Genesis, which if I'm not mistaken, I opened up one time to find out that my childhood system had the worst motherboard possible. I forget which one it is, but they do make some mod chips to get around that now. But anyways, if I feel like it, I might kind of jazz this up and make it put the triple bypass amp in it, and maybe get some of those fancy new component cables for it. This is kind of interesting. This is my original Genesis cleaning kit, which I bought in Funkoland probably 25 years ago. So when I clean the Mega Drive here, and I'm just gonna turn it off for a second. Ooh, yeah. And what's not helping is I got these speakers basically out of a dumpster, and this one has a whine to it. The other one's fine, so it's too bad. But it kind of makes for a badass setup in the garage. Just kind of testing it out. Anyways, let's put this under some light so you can see a little better how this came out. But I mean, this looked every bit as dirty as this guy. Every bit. And it came out pretty good. It's got some chip paint on the 16-bit. You can see the scratches when I hit it just right. But from table height, you know, if you're looking down on it. Really hard to tell. And it's been a few days since I dusted this off, so it's been in my garage. But anyways, this is kind of fun to clean these up. I remember watching Luke Morse videos a long time ago, and he used to use WD-40 on them. And I think I might have done WD-40 on this, or no, that's a scratch. Anyways, that works okay too. But this stuff, this interior detailer, sure smells a whole lot better than covering your system in WD-40. So, and yeah, I've been playing Golden Axe, and I did pick up this. So I've been playing Golden Axe on the EverDrive, and then on the Mister, and I was like, damn, like the moves in this game are good. Like the enemies, you fight the same like 6 or 8 enemies the whole game, right? It is what it is. They progressively get darker as they get harder, right? Golden Axe style. Eventually, they're just like black, you know, basically. But anyways, I like the fact that you can block. I like the different throws. It's just a fun game, and it's too bad that we never really got this in the States, other than like Sega Channel, which I didn't know anybody that had a Sega Channel back then. I certainly didn't. I didn't even have cable. So, but you can see some of the different moves, which are pretty extensive, and like, you know, it doesn't have the most precise inputs, but anyways, it's good for what it is. And it's got branching paths, so you kind of like get your route figured out and try and follow it. But yeah, these are the enemies pretty much. I don't know if there's another one. No. There's this and like 2 other goons that you fight, and that's it. So this is care instructions. It's pretty funny. Hilarious. There he is, the bastard. Anyways, she's like, she needs to eat a carb. Am I right? She's like on the Peloton like 14 hours a day. Anyways, okay. So that's the update from the bunker down here. Spiffed up a Mega Drive finally. And you know, got my cable sorted out, and I got a Mister. So I'm kind of joining the 21st century, kicking and screaming here, if not, you know, begrudgingly. And you know, I hate dealing with ROMs off the internet, but you know, the upshot is getting to play Dodonpachi, right? So it'll be worth it. It'll be worth it. Okay, guys, I'll see you later. Take care.